Forget sleeping pills, the 5 simple bedtime rituals Japanese elders use for deep sleep. Have you been waking up at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. feeling exhausted and frustrated? Do you feel that familiar creeping anxiety that you just won't be able to fall back asleep? I understand that feeling of staring at the ceiling and watching the clock tick. It is a silent, heavy disappointment that comes with the thought, this is just part of getting old. Maybe you've been told by friends or even some doctors that poor sleep is an unavoidable consequence of aging. They tell you that once you hit 60, deep sleep is gone forever and you should just accept your fate. But I am here today to tell you something radically different. That belief is a myth. It is a lie that robs you of your quality of life, your energy, and your independence. The struggle you are facing is real, but the cause is wrong. The real cause of your poor sleep is not your age. It's a simple, correctable imbalance in your body's natural clock. It is a failure to send the right signals to your brain at the right time. And this is where ancient wisdom meets modern science. Today, I want to share with you 5 powerful, non-drug rituals. These are simple bedtime secrets that Japanese elders have perfected over centuries to guarantee a night of truly deep, restorative rest. These 5 simple habits are free, easy to incorporate, and scientifically proven to reset the internal clock that aging and modern life has confused. I call this the Circadian Reset Method, and I promise you these are the 5 simple bedtime rituals that Japanese elders use for deep sleep. If you are ready to finally reclaim the profound sleep you deserve, the sleep that restores your energy and sharpens your mind, then let's begin this journey together. First, let's stop blaming your age. It's true that your body's production of the sleep hormone melatonin does naturally decline as you get older. But this natural decline is not the root cause of chronic insomnia. It is just one small variable in a much larger equation. A bit like blaming the clock face when the hands are out of alignment. The real enemy is what scientists call sleep disruption factors and circadian misalignment. Let me explain the circadian rhythm in the simplest way possible. Imagine your body has a precise, beautiful 24-hour master clock deep inside your brain, called the suprachiasmatic nucleus. This clock is programmed to guide every function you have, from when you digest food to when you release hormones. Most importantly, it tells you when to be awake and when to be asleep. In our younger years, this clock runs perfectly on its own, like a well-wound grandfather clock, automatically responding to natural light and dark cycles. But as we age, and especially in the modern world saturated with artificial light, this clock gets confused. It gets confused by constant artificial lighting, by late-night television, by changes in our routines, and even by the medications we take. It's as if the hands of the clock are no longer aligned with the sun and the moon. The clock needs strong, natural signals, like bright morning sunlight, total darkness at night, and dips in body temperature, to stay synchronized and give you your deep sleep back. When your clock is out of sync, your brain releases waking hormones like cortisol when it should be releasing sleep hormones. This is why you wake up at 3 a.m. fully alert, ready to start the day, even though you know you need more rest. The good news is that you have the profound, innate power to manually reset this clock. You don't need a prescription. You need ritual and consistency, the same way you need to consistently wind a grandfather clock to keep perfect time. And nobody understands this better than the longest living and healthiest populations in the world, like the Japanese elders who prioritize ritualistic daily life. They have cultivated simple, profound practices that naturally reinforce the signals your body needs to enter and maintain restorative sleep. Let's dive into the 5 simple bedtime rituals that you can start using tonight to achieve that peaceful rest. Our first 2 rituals are focused entirely on the most powerful signal for your internal clock: light. This is what determines when your day truly begins and when your night truly starts, and it is the key to fixing your 3 a.m. wake-up problem. Ritual number 1 is the sunlight reset. This ritual is so simple you might overlook it, but its power is immense. It acts as your morning anchor. Within 5 to 10 minutes of waking up every morning, you must get outside and expose your eyes to natural sunlight. You don't need to stare directly at the sun. Simply being outside on your porch or near a window is enough. What happens during this short window of time is miraculous and deeply scientific. The bright light hits the melanopsin cells, special sensors in your eyes, which immediately sends a powerful signal straight to your master clock in the brain. This signal screams, "It is daytime, start the 24-hour countdown." This is the non-negotiable step that locks in your sleep-wake cycle for the entire day and helps correct what is called advanced sleep phase syndrome, the tendency to go to bed too early and wake up too early. Research suggests that seniors who consistently get morning light exposure fall asleep faster at night and, crucially, spend more time in the most valuable deep sleep stages. It essentially tells your brain to produce its most potent surge of melatonin exactly 14 to 16 hours later, right when you are preparing for bed. Without this morning light, your brain never gets the clear signal to start the cycle, leading to weak sleep hormone releases and confusing hormone signals later on, which results in that disruptive 3 a.m. wake-up call. If you live in a cloudy climate or cannot easily get outside, consider investing in a bright light therapy box. A light box emits a high intensity of light to mimic natural sunlight and can be a powerful researched alternative to keep your clock aligned through the winter months. It is the foundation of the entire system. You must set the clock in the morning to wind down properly at night. Ritual number 2 is the blue light blackout. If ritual 1 is about the signal to wake up, ritual 2 is about the non-negotiable signal to wind down. The Japanese elders intuitively understood the power of darkness, long before the invention of smartphones and television screens. Modern screens, including your television, tablet, and phone, emit blue light, and that blue light is the most potent inhibitor of melatonin production. Melatonin is the key hormone that tells your body, "It is night, prepare for sleep." When you look at a bright screen, especially within 60 minutes of your intended bedtime, you are sending a false signal to your brain. That signal says, "Stay awake. It is still midday. Release the cortisol, don't release that sleep hormone." This ritual requires a strict blue light blackout for the hour leading up to the time you want to be asleep. This means turning off the television, putting down your tablet, and silencing your phone entirely. I know how tempting it is to scroll through social media or watch the late news. But research shows that this stimulation doesn't just block melatonin. It actively causes your cortisol levels to spike. That's your stress and vigilance hormone, making it physically impossible to peacefully transition to sleep and stay asleep. Replace this crucial hour with a quiet, peaceful activity that promotes relaxation, like reading a paper book, not an electronic reader, listening to calming music, or conversing softly and intentionally with a loved one, avoiding stimulating topics like politics or finance. You must allow your brain to naturally transition into its nighttime phase. It is a ritual of letting go of the day's stimulation and preparing your mind for true rest, allowing the natural darkness to trigger the essential hormones. Think of it as giving your master clock the permission slip it needs to turn down the volume. Dim the lights and prepare for the long, quiet night ahead. By diligently practicing these first 2 rituals, you are already making profound progress in syncing your circadian rhythm. And this is the heart of sleep independence. Our next 2 rituals harness temperature and simple food choices, 2 other crucial signals for deep, uninterrupted sleep that are often overlooked. These practices help transition your body from an active, alert state to a restorative, peaceful state. Ritual number 3 is the cooling down trick. The ideal sleep environment for the human body is slightly cooler than the ideal awake environment. This is a biological imperative. Your core body temperature naturally dips as you approach sleep and remains lower during the deepest phases of your sleep cycle. You want to facilitate this natural cooling process. The Japanese method often includes a warm bath or a short warm shower about 90 minutes before bedtime, a ritual known as ofuro. This may seem counterintuitive because you are warming yourself up initially. But here is the trick, and it's backed by powerful physiology. Warming your hands and feet by running warm water over them encourages vasodilation, or the widening of your blood vessels, to the extremities. Once you step out of the warm water, that blood flow quickly returns inward, but the blood vessels remain dilated, causing your core body temperature to drop slightly and rapidly as heat escapes through your extremities. This slight but intentional drop in core temperature is a powerful, undeniable signal to your brain that it is time to sleep and that you are safe in a resting state. Research shows that even a small, controlled drop in core body temperature greatly improves the quality and duration of your deepest sleep cycles, which are vital for memory consolidation and physical repair. Additionally, ensure your bedroom temperature is set between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. As research consistently suggests, this cool, dark environment supports the deepest, most restorative sleep. Do not let your bedroom be too warm, as this will actively inhibit your body's ability to enter and sustain deep sleep cycles. If your feet are cold, try warm socks right before you slip under the covers. This encourages blood flow outward, which helps keep your core cool and your brain happy throughout the night. Ritual number 4 is the protein anchor. We are not talking about heavy meals, large portions, or late-night snacking here. Those are all sleep killers. This ritual is about making a simple, intelligent food choice to keep your blood sugar stable throughout the night, preventing unwanted hormone surges. One common reason as seniors wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. is a subtle drop in blood glucose, which triggers the release of cortisol, the waking stress hormone. Your body thinks it's starving and releases stress hormones to wake you up to go find food. This is often mistakenly identified as a restless mind. To prevent this sudden hormonal jolt, consider a very small snack about an hour before sleep that combines a small amount of easily digestible protein and a complex carbohydrate. Think of a tablespoon of plain yogurt with a few nuts, half a small banana, or a piece of whole wheat toast with a tiny spread of nut butter. This gentle combination acts as an anchor for your blood sugar, ensuring a slow, steady release of glucose into your bloodstream during the early morning hours when you are most vulnerable to waking. It also provides your body with tryptophan, an essential amino acid that is a precursor to serotonin and melatonin, further supporting your natural sleep mechanisms without the need for supplements. This gentle metabolic support helps prevent that cortisol spike, keeping you peacefully asleep until morning and eliminating that frustrating second wind of energy in the middle of the night. Avoid heavy fats, highly processed sugars, and most importantly, alcohol, as all of these severely fragment your sleep quality later in the night, even if they initially make you feel drowsy. Alcohol fragments REM sleep, the dream stage, leaving you feeling unrested, groggy, and mentally fatigued the next day. These first 4 rituals handle the physical and hormonal cues, but the final, most important ritual is all about mental peace and emotional discharge. This is the secret weapon used by the most peaceful elders in Japanese society, who are masters of mindfulness and ikigai, or purpose. Ritual number 5 is the 5-minute gratitude journal. Often the true enemy of senior sleep is not a medical condition, but a busy, worried mind, the rumination and mental chatter. We carry the burdens of the day, the small disappointments, the financial worries, or the anxieties of the next, into our beds, where they sabotage our rest. This mental rumination activates the prefrontal cortex, the problem-solving part of your brain, making true relaxation impossible. The 5-minute gratitude journal is a powerful psychological tool for mental clearance and deactivation of that worry center. Right before you enter the blue light blackout, take a simple notepad and a pen. Spend 2 minutes writing down 3 to 5 things from the day that you are genuinely grateful for. It can be small, the warmth of your tea, a kind word from a friend, the joy of a good book, or simply being independent and healthy. This actively shifts your brain from a threat detection mode to a peaceful abundance mode, setting a positive emotional tone for the night. Then spend the remaining 3 minutes writing down the 3 most pressing things you need to do tomorrow. By writing down your worries and your to-dos, you are effectively taking them out of your head and putting them onto the paper. This signals to your brain that the day is officially closed, the burdens are managed, and your mind is free to rest. You've outsourced the worrying to the paper. This simple act of transfer stops the mental chatter that often keeps you awake between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. It is a profound act of mental hygiene, allowing your conscious mind to relax and surrender to the natural process of sleep. You are actively telling your brain, it's handled. We can worry about this tomorrow. This nightly mental exercise practiced consistently helps you create a true, impenetrable boundary between the stress of your waking hours and the sacred time of your deep rest. I encourage you to try this one simple ritual, and I believe you will see a profound difference almost immediately, as countless others have used it to conquer chronic worry. Now, let's recap this circadian reset method. We started with the hard truth. Poor sleep is not an inevitable punishment of aging. It is a sign that your body's powerful master clock needs a little help resetting its schedule, and you are the master of that reset. By consistently applying these 5 simple non-drug rituals, the sunlight reset, the blue light blackout, the cooling down trick, the protein anchor, and the 5-minute gratitude journal, you are sending clear, powerful, and natural signals to your body. You are reclaiming the deep, independent sleep that is your biological birthright. The ability to control your health and your sleep is the truest form of independence in your later years, and these rituals give you that control back. You deserve to wake up feeling refreshed, energized, and ready to embrace the day, not dreading the night. It is time to stop letting age take the blame for manageable problems and start taking action tonight. I want to hear from you now. What simple ritual have you added to your night routine that has truly helped you find peace and deep sleep? Share your story below in the comments to help this wonderful community find the peace they are seeking. Remember, while these rituals are incredibly powerful, sometimes there is a deeper physiological enemy that requires medical attention. If your lack of sleep is really about the uncomfortable creeping sensation of restless leg syndrome or a dangerous, potentially deadly condition like sleep apnea, you need to know the crucial morning habits that Japanese elders use to guarantee deep sleep at night. This involves specific movements and light cues that powerfully combat these underlying issues and ensure your body remains calm and stable during the sleep cycle. Click here to watch the 2 morning habits Japanese elders use to guarantee deep sleep at night now. It is the logical next step in your journey toward complete sleep independence and mastering your health. Thank you for allowing me to share this vital information with you. Please remember that this content is for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition or before making any changes to your diet or medical regimen.